for that. Well, hello.
Howdy, Pilgrim.
Well, howdy there.
Cheerio.
Cheers.
That's a fine cup of coffee.
Damn fine cup of coffee.
So, Jahn, what is this? What do you have for us today?
A board game?
Wow! A board game!
Yeah. Something new and different.
Yeah! Welcome back, guys. We are doing another Halloween board game review. This is Jahn.
This is Koho.
Yes. And as usual, we want to show you guys some cool board games that you can play during Halloween. And we mostly do horror-themed board games.
Yeah.
We've done one board game outside of Halloween, and that was Darkest Dungeon. So
Yeah.
maybe one day we'll do something else. But I mean, it works.
Yeah. It's not this day.
Not today.
Not today.
Yes. So Jahn, tell us, what board game are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about the newest Zombicide game, Undead or Alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Undead or Alive, would you do the honors?
Oof. Yeah. I'm just gonna apologize to every French viewer ahead of time.
I think that's very ambitious, and to think that we have that broad view.
French viewers.
Yeah. But that would be nice.
It would be, yeah. So, sorry. But the game was designed by Raphael Guiton, Jean-Baptiste Lullian, and Nicolas Raoult.
That was pretty good.
Well,
So, tell us more about the game. So,
yeah.
this is a game by
Yeah, it's published by Cool Mini or Not.
Cool Mini or Not.
Yeah.
And
Who's been publishing the entire series.
yeah, also the same people that gave out Massive Darkness.
That's
one of my
true.
favorite games.
Yeah.
How long does this game take to play?
It sort of depends on the scenario, but 2 or 3 hours,
And
perhaps.
is there an age limit to this game? Like,
Technically,
could you play
yes.
with kids?
Technically, there's a 14-year age limit.
14 years.
That's
wow.
what's printed on the box. I don't know. It sort of depends on the parents, really. Yeah.
And how many people can play this game? It's for
Yeah, it's up to 6 players.
up to 6 players. You can
Yeah.
play it solo as well.
Yeah. It's just up to 6 characters, I think, is
Yeah, that's true. So you
different
could,
way.
and this is a co-op game, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. You could like team up on one character or many
Yeah.
characters.
Because we played it with 3 characters each.
Yeah. And I've played it 6 player as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So let's dive into the
game.
the
rules.
game, the rules. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. I have something for you.
Uh-oh.
I brought you your present for you. Here you go.
Oh,
You can have this too. Because I'm such a nice guy.
okay. I'm gonna open these later.
That's fine.
I'm just gonna put
It's Halloween. We have to have some Halloween candy, guys.
I'm just gonna put the trouser chocolate aside for now. And we'll get back to that.
Yeah. So, if you have never played this game, just give us a general overview of what the Zombicide games are about.
Yeah. So, you play as one or multiple characters. Each character will have slightly different starting abilities. And as you kill zombies and do missions, you gain XP. And as you level up, you unlock more abilities for your character. That's generally the very most basic way to describe it.
And the core box has, I think, 10 scenarios.
Something like that.
And
a pile of different characters. A
Yes.
lot.
This had more characters in the core box than any other Zombicide core box I have played.
There are a lot of playable characters. They all have slightly different starting skills.
Yeah.
And they're also grouped into different sort of archetypes. Or classes.
That was new.
Yeah.
We haven't had that before.
Which determines your starting equipment.
Yeah.
So if you're a gunslinger, you'll start with a gun. If you're a melee fighter, you're going to start with a trusty pan.
Yes.
The frying pan.
The original pan.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't remember, was there a pan in this one?
That I don't remember.
I don't remember.
But I do remember that it's from the very first Zombicide, you've had a frying pan as a starting weapon.
And who knows, maybe it's like a titanium, a adamantium frying pan, and this is the original pan that has been like handed down
through generations
and ends up in the original modern day Zombicide.
Yeah.
That's what I like to think.
Yeah. It does seem to be the same artwork.
Yeah, so then it must be.
Yeah, it must be the same pan.
Yeah, so we have different characters. You level up. Also, when you level up, the zombies level up.
Yeah. Yeah, so the way the game works is you play a number of actions on your turn. All the characters go through a certain number of actions, and then the zombies do their thing. So they're going to attack and then move. Right? So if a zombie is in the same space as one of your guys, they're going to attack. If they're not, they're going to move.
And if there are no zombies, the first thing we always do is to draw, spawn zombies and stuff.
Oh, even if there are zombies, you just keep spawning.
Yeah. You do that.
And you spawn at, there's always like the first spawning point, I guess, which is kind of like your classic spawning point. You have these movable spawning points that you can move around with, I think, holy water and things. And you have these sort of spawning points that show up in buildings whenever you move into a building that has a corpse pile that you can destroy.
And that's new.
That is new, yeah.
In the old Zombicide games, when you enter a building, first you have to break down the door.
Yeah.
And then you draw a card for each room in that building. Now, not that I really mind that mechanic, but it's a bit tidier and it saves you some time not to have to do that.
It does.
So when you enter, now you don't need to break down the doors. You just enter, and in every room you can see where the pile of corpses are located. So you just put a spawn point there.
Yeah.
And once you enter the building, that spawn point is activated.
Yeah.
So there are some mechanics in this one, if you've played the old Zombicide games, that you probably will like with this because it's improved. And same with the noise token.
Yeah. So in the past, whenever you make noise, you put down a noise token. In this one, you have one noise token. And whenever somebody makes a noise, if this guy was to shoot at these zombies, then he would make a noise, and so the token moves to him.
And that's also very nice, because I remember we had like, I don't know how many noise tokens on the map, and we're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, how many are there over there? 1, 2, 3, 4. But how many people are there? And you like keep counting and counting. Now it's a lot easier to just, okay, it's here.
Yeah. And if somebody does something really loud, like dynamite, you flip it over, and there's a boom token on the other side. And then instead of moving, it just sort of flips over on the next turn.
And you also mentioned holy water in this one.
Yeah, there's
That's
holy
new.
water. Holy water's new. You have religious characters that can use holy water. They can turn regular water, which is an item that you can pick up in the game, into
wine.
Holy water.
Ah, holy water.
And they can also do, like this special action that prevents zombies in the same space from activating.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting sort of strategic choice.
Yeah, it adds a bit more tactic into your play style, because we had to use that a couple of times to keep the zombies stunned and keep them from attacking us when we were stuck with them.
Yeah, that's true. And we didn't mention the different types of zombies, but the regular zombies are just zombies. The fatties are harder to kill. So it's not necessarily that easy to kill them, and many characters won't be able to kill them in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you have the runners.
Yeah.
And the runners activate twice. So they activate along with everybody else, and then they do one more.
So if you're stuck with them, if you're in the same room as them, they will attack you, and then they will attack you again.
Which is very dangerous. If we look at Turner here, he has 2 hit points.
Yeah.
So he can survive getting attacked twice.
That was also new for me. I don't remember any other Zombicide game that has different starting HP.
Yeah, that's also interesting.
Some characters, like the melee characters, were a bit stronger and had 3 HP, whilst the range characters mostly had 2.
Yeah, like Carl over here has 3 hit points.
Carl!
Carl! That's how you pronounce him in the zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's... Yeah, it's nice to have a character named Carl.
Yeah.
Okay. So, amigo, what else is there to mention about the game and the mechanics? Ooh, with these nice dice.
Yeah, the nice dice are very lovely. There's one thing that I want to say, though.
Yeah.
And that is that on one side, they have a zombie head, and on the opposite side, they have a stick of dynamite.
I mean, if in the wrong scenario, either of those would be really bad.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, generally, I think the zombie head is supposed to be a 1,
Yeah.
and the dynamite is supposed to be a 6. I'm not too fond of that, but
No.
it's not a big
It took us a little while just to be 100% sure which was which, but of course the dynamite is the critical hit.
Yeah, seems like logical.
Mm. Okay, just as we said, so if you haven't played Zombicide ever, I would say this is really good as a starting point, because as we mentioned, it has improved a couple of small mechanics here and there, and it's the gameplay is really nice. And if you like, what did you think of the theme, the Western theme?
I like it, but I also feel like there's mechanically there's not a lot of things that are unique to a Wild West theme here. I mean, you have the train, which is a fun little thing.
That was cool.
But you could also insert that into a normal setting.
Yeah.
But no, all in all, I like it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like the theme really comes through mechanically. Design-wise, it really does.
Yeah. But the theme is more like it's a fun thing, but it's not like you really. I didn't feel like it was that important to the game.
No, it's more set dressing, really.
Yeah. To kind of give an example or a comparison, like Solomon Kane.
Yeah.
The theme is everything, and the mood and the atmosphere of that game is very present. Here, it's a Zombicide game.
It's a Zombicide game. You have a 6-shooter. It's a gun.
And you have
it's like a gun in the modern day. Zombicide.
You have a Gatling gun, you have the train, as Jahn mentioned, you have also the wagon of supplies and stuff, and you have the design of the rooms and saloons and stuff. You get the Western feel, I guess, but it was okay.
Yeah. The game, great.
Yeah, the game is awesome.
Theme is alright.
Yeah.
It looks good. And
the characters are... you do have a lot of gun-wielding characters, Western type characters. Here, in the fantasy version, you had a lot of melee characters with swords and melee weapons. Here, I felt it favorized a little bit more the...
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
But you do have melee characters in this one too.
You do.
And as we mentioned, they have more health and they're more... good up close and personal, but it is a bit odd in a setting where you have a lot of guns that you would go that close to a zombie and try to whack him. But maybe. Yeah. Okay. That being said, I also thought this was, in some ways, it's probably game mechanic wise, probably the best one. Maybe.
Yeah.
But they're all good.
They're all good. That's the thing. And if you were gonna start buying a Zombicide game, you never played a Zombicide game, you're gonna buy a Zombicide game. I think theme is sort of the way to go about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I said maybe this is the best one to start with, based on a couple of tiny rules that are different, but it doesn't really matter. I agree with you. The theme is the most important one. If you like fantasy, if you like the modern post-apocalyptic zombie setting, or if you like Western, just go with the theme you enjoy most.
Yeah, because I think the games are similar enough that you're gonna like the game that sort of speaks to you, where the theme speaks to you the most.
Yes. Which one do you like the most?
Ooh, that's
a tough question.
That is a really tough question. I have no idea. I like them all.
How many Zombicide games are there now? How many different themes do we have? We have the original one, like modern day post-apocalyptic zombie setting.
Yeah. We have the medieval setting.
The Black Plague.
Yeah.
And that's a fantasy setting that had 2 core boxes. You had the Black Plague box, and then we got a different core set called Green Horde that had like orc zombies.
Yeah.
And that is probably one of my favorite core boxes, because that was a really difficult Zombicide game.
Yeah. There's Zombicide Invader.
Yeah,
the sci-fi one.
Takes a lot of inspiration from The Thing and Aliens.
Yeah.
I haven't played that one. I watched a lot of videos on it. I have to get hold of that too.
Yeah, I haven't played that either.
And there was another core set for the original first edition as well.
The Rue Morgue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have Zombicide second edition, and this is like the same updated rules as the second edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less.
More or less.
Some things are even more updated here.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Another thing to keep in mind is that the games kind of get more fun the more expansions, the more boxes you have, at least for me. Because I really love the fantasy setting, but that is the one I have invested mostly in as well. So when we played the fantasy version of Zombicide, I had so much stuff. I think I have all the expansions.
Right.
So we customized our own decks. We customized the zombie deck. We had so many heroes to kind of choose from, and we also customized the equipment deck. We customized it. I missed one element here. We had there is another zombie type here that you don't have in this one, called the Necromancer.
Yeah.
And Necromancer does a lot of bad stuff, and you have to stop him. And I had different Necromancers that we could add. So you draw one Necromancer, and next time you draw a different one. And same with the Abomination. Once you have more, it becomes more. You get a bigger variety.
Yeah, that's true. Because you can really customize your experience with just simply the spawning deck.
Yeah.
Even in the core game, you can remove cards or add. Well, maybe not add, but you can remove cards to make the game harder or easier.
Yes.
If you get expansions for just different creatures, you can add a few cards. You can add all of it. You can add none of it.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. It's just really cool game.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good. It's fun. It's not the most complex game,
and that's also good.
Yeah,
I like that. It's kind of it's not that heavy on the rules, and you put it up, set it up, start playing. Yeah, basically.
That doesn't mean it's easy though.
No.
The difficulty level of the gameplay, not necessarily easy.
And this might be among the more difficult ones.
Right. Yeah.
To just survive and get through the missions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that covers most of it. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Buy Zombicide.
Buy Zombicide. Play Zombicide.
Yeah.
Have you played Zombicide? Which Zombicide game is your favorite?
Would you like us to talk about another type of Zombicide?
We could do a video on the other ones.
Yeah, we could. Maybe even Invader.
Yeah. That would be really cool.
If anybody wanted that.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments. And enjoy the rest of your Halloween celebration. Eat some candy. And we'll come back to do a couple of more videos, hopefully, before Halloween ends. Cheers, guys. Take care. Thank you, Jahn.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Shakakapow.
Vagabond. That is delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.